Hello and welcome to another first Descendant video, another gun complete. Took me a little while because I was out of crystallization catalyst, so I had to wait and do one every 7.5 hours. But I've managed to get enough to complete another gun. And today's gun is a special one. It is the Eternal Willpower. So this is a rare tier gun, purple tier, not an ultimate. And I just realized Bunny holding in her hands, it matches this skin very nicely as well. Anyway, so the reason for going for this gun is because it is a very good gun. It is, in my opinion, the best assault rifle in the game, including the ultimate assault rifles, because the ultimate assault rifles are terrible. Fallen Hope isn't great, Excava, Divine Punishment. I think this is better than those guns. Now, of course, there are some downsides. A rare gun doesn't have a unique ability. But again, some of the ultimates don't have great unique abilities either. The good thing is you can get them very easily. You don't even need to farm for the amorphous materials or get 5 copies. None of that is needed. You'll find this randomly doing random missions. So you can take one of them and then re-roll the stats, get some good stats, put some mods. I'll show you that in a second. And you have a very good gun. Also, Season 2, they are going to change the reactors again. So they just confirmed on Discord that they'll introduce reactors which have a weapon type instead of like specific weapon names here. So I'm hoping that we can hold rare weapons as well and still get the 160% boost. And if that doesn't happen, we can still get a purple reactor and get a 140. Because this gun is very good and I think everyone should have this. Of course, go for the ultimates first, but we don't have a assault rifle in the ultimates that is as good in my opinion. Anyway, let's check the weapon specs and then we'll go over the build. Now, weapon specs, firearm attack, pretty good. This is 21,000, excellent. Fire rate is 500. Rounds per magazine, this is a bit lower than I would have liked. Again, if this was any higher, this would have been beating the ultimate weapon. So they probably did that for a reason. Reload time is also slow, in my opinion, for a 25 bullets magazine. Critical hit rate, now this is good, this is 20. For example, Fallen Hope only has 12, which is the reason it struggles so much. Firearm critical hit rate is 1.5, again, not the best, like something like the Secret Garden, for example, that has insane, that is like 2.25. So it's not the best, but it's still decent. Because the firearm attack is good. Anyway, attribute isn't that great, weak point is not good again. Hip fire accuracy, aim shot accuracy is decent. Okay, now looking at the roles here, what we have is I went with critical hit rate, critical hit damage, firearm attack, and I also went with rounds per magazine because we don't have that many. Now the rounds per magazine, even with a gold 12% roll, that just translates to 3 extra bullets, but we'll take everything we can get. Alright, now let's check the build. Alright, so I have a build where I've left one slot open because we have multiple options we can use here. Anyway, so straightforward build, we have firearm attack mods with rifling reinforcement, action reaction. Then we have the crit hit damage mods with concentration priority, better concentration. Then we have fire rate. I've gone with fire rate concentration just to add a little more critical hit damage instead of the usual blue fire rate mod that we often use in these builds. Instead of this one, I went with this one. 5% slower fire rate, but we get the extra crit damage. Okay. Then we went with 2 mods for for rounds per magazines to increase the ammo, and then 1 to improve our reload time because reload time is great on this one. So yeah, there is the gun. I think this one also has the reload time. So yeah, we are making it worse, so we need this. Now, before I show you the final mod, I'll show you what we are getting and what options you have in terms of what to do next. So once again, we have the Order of Truth Vulgus level 100. Now let's get them in this formation. I prefer this one. Alright. So now first thing I want to mention about this gun is it seems to have a strong recoil. So let me just show you the recoil. Did I put a recoil mod? No, I haven't put a recoil mod. I tried, but I did not notice too much of a difference with or without recoil. Okay, so first let's just switch over to this, so we don't have any mods, and I'll just show you the recoil. Okay, so first step, without any recoil mods, I'll not pull down the mouse, I'll just hold down the left mouse button so you can see the recoil. Okay, let's just do that again, because now we have the exact ammo that we have in the gun without any mods. So it just straight up pulls up. It's not too complicated, but you see it sort of went up to here. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just put a recoil mod. Yeah, this one will do. Okay, now we have a recoil mod that supposedly drops the recoil by 30%. Okay, let's have a look. Again, I'll not pull down the mouse, I'll just hold the left mouse button. Slightly better, but for me it did not seem big enough. So without the recoil mod, it sort of went, I think, up to here, and then without it, it just sort of went up to here. So let's just do that once more. Okay, slightly better, but I just did not think that it was necessary to put a recoil mod. Just putting it out there in case anybody wants to put a recoil. Anyway, back to the build. So what we are getting here without this final mod is 683 DPS. Again, that isn't that important. What we are looking at here is 43,000 firearm attack, 625 fire rate, 47 magazine size, 1.9 reload time, 31 you could say crit hit rate, so 1 in 3 almost, and a crit hit damage of 5 times. Okay, we did not pay attention to any of the others. We did not mod any of this because it's more or less fine. So this is what we are getting with the 47 bullets. Yeah, I am holding the recoil a little bit here. So crit damage is 230. Okay, 230,000. All right, now for the final spot, what do we go here? I tried a few different things. First up, we have the sharp precision shot. Really good mod. When you get into like 5-6 stacks on this, it starts singing. That's what I call the gun. Like, you really love the sound of this when you're running a Enduring Legacy or something. So we can try this. However, you'll see the downside. So 230 was the crit damage without this. $291. However, notice that by the time we get close to the top stacks, we have to reload again and we lose all of that. So it is still giving us more power, but I'm just not enjoying it. It's just, it needed another 20-30 bullets in the magazine, I feel. 47 is just not enough, I feel. Have a look again. Now it starts singing and we are out of ammo. So that was just a little disappointing. So the other option you have is, instead of sharp precision, you can go for firing fiesta. So what it does is, when you reload, you won't consume bullets for 3 seconds, and there is a 15-second cooldown. So what I found was, this was every other reload, you'll get 3 seconds to shoot as much as you can and not use any magazines. And again, based on what it seems like, I can get maybe 10 to 12 bullets done. So that seems kind of useful as well. You'll get more bullets without having to add more mods. You can't really add any more mods, to be honest. So let's check the firing fiesta. Okay, so remember, when we reload, we'll not use magazines for 3 seconds. So this will stay at 230. All right, time to reload. You can see it's still at 12 bullets. Now it's starting to use up. So it won't happen every time you reload, because it doesn't take 15 seconds to empty the magazine. But yeah, if it was a little lower, like instead of 15, if it was like 6 or 7 seconds, I think we would have been able to take advantage of this every reload. Okay, so let's just do that once more. See, 47. I think we get quite a lot of bullets. I would say like 10 to 12 bullets without having to reload. Now this time we are using it because 15 seconds haven't passed. You can see the recoil is also pretty strong. Anyway, so I think this is better. However, there is one other mod that I think is pretty good, which is something I've never done in any other gun, and that is a where is it? A double reload mod. Okay, another mod to reload, which improves our reload time significantly. Because this doesn't have a big enough magazine, so I wanted to reduce that. We are bringing it down from 1.9 down to 1.4. It was going up because of this, so it was like more than 2 seconds. And now with 2 reload mods, we have managed to drop it to 1.4, and now it just feels better. Also, because we have a reload focus, our damage has gone up a little as well. You can see reload just feels much better because it doesn't have the ammo. I mean the enough ammo in the magazine. I did not want it to take too long. So that is my build. I mean, you can use reload focus. You can go with sharp precision shot. But like I said, I was just a little disappointed. Like by the time you build up the stacks and the gun starts singing, you lose the stacks because you have to reload again. And fighting Fiesta, again, 15 seconds is good. You get quite a lot of extra bullets every other reload, so this can be very good as well. Like without having to come up with a way to add more bullets, you can actually do more damage. And also I just wanted to show you one more thing. So fire rate, if I put the normal fire rate mod, okay, let me just show you how much damage we're getting on the crits here. 234, 235 almost, 234,956, okay, 235,000, 235,000. If I just remove this, and where is the, if I put this here, we are getting 230, okay. So even though we are getting more DPS number here, the crits are better, or let's say stronger, with the fire concentration, this mod here. So our DPS goes down to like 750, but we are doing much better with the damage, and we are critting 1 in 3. But you have like 4 options here. You can have the sharp precision shot if you don't mind reloading and losing the stacks. You still do more damage. It just goes up all the way up to 290. You can go with fighting Fiesta, so you get like about 10-12 extra bullets every other reload, or you could go with the where is it? Inside focus. Again, I did not really see practically any difference. We're only getting slightly more hit rate, and damage stays the same. And then of course this is the final option, which is reload focus. I think this is a good stable build. And yeah, I'm very happy with this gun. I think the reason why it has so few bullets in the magazine is probably because they must have thought if we add any more, it will beat some of the ultimates. It is already beating some of the ultimates. So these two things are the only downsides with this gun. Well, you could say a weak point as well, but these two are downsides. If they had more bullets and a faster reload, this would have been a monster. I think this is probably, in terms of automatic guns, this is probably one of the best here. You could say Enduring Legacy, Secret Garden, Thunder Cage, and then this probably, most likely this is the 4th best gun, like in terms of like the automatic rifles. So yeah, that is the build for the Eternal Willpower. Aim accuracy is good, hipfire and ADS. So yeah, if you are looking for an easy gun that doesn't require a lot of amorphous material and stuff and just does the job very well, then check out the Eternal Willpower. I do hope the reactor change helps, so we can actually use this gun with a purple with a gold reactor, so that we can use this in missions and get the full power. I've been running this in most places with Bunny and Freyna. They are already overpowered, so you can afford to lose the 20%. In fact, you can afford to lose the 60% that you get by holding this instead of the gun for the reactor. So you can see here missed skill power. It is still enough for most cases. But anyway, that is the build over here once again. Let me know what you think. Have you tried building any of these guns? I'm thinking of maybe trying the Tamer as well. Of course, purely matching it with Enduring Legacy. Enduring Legacy is just better stat-wise in every department. But that is a good gun. I have a bit of soft spot for that one as well, because most of the early game and when the game was launched and you're doing the campaign, a lot of us were using that. So it's a nice second best machine gun, let's say. But this is the best assault rifle. Simply put, that is the reason I ended up, maxing this out. But yeah, let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. See you next time.